Welcome to Sooner Nation and Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Start at the 25. Florida State's offense will have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
They'll go with the quick touch pass. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4. And
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
The perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
The run from the shotgun. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Using his legs, it's Larson. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Now on the move. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They'll run it from the gun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. They'll run play action. Fires left. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take them over the top.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Seminoles will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding passing plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hurley.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Shotgun snap on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On the option. Quick toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Orlando. He'll be stopped short at the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Larson. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Going deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Back to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Ripping through the defense. Touchdown, Noles. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over USF. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They go to the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. And this dude has it in him, though. And I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
And the big fella's showing off the hands a little bit. He's a guy that you use him for blocking a lot, but showing the versatility there with the catch and the first down.
making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Looking to fire. He uncorks one deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. And the catch right into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's reeled in. It's Daly. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the right. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. When the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline, that might be a home run play for the offense.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. Working the big fella to the corner. There he goes. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Seminoles are rolling down the field. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Well, they're able to hit the corner route. Now, as a quarterback, when you've got an athletic tight end like that, you're sort of reading the defense's body position. If the tight end's able to get past them off the line of scrimmage and man coverage, then you're going to be throwing that corner further down the field. But if the defender's playing off because he's afraid of the speed, then you want to flatten him, more like an out route to the sideline. These two guys right here, they've got awesome chemistry, and you saw it on that play.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And guys, that field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top. Slings it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Sooner offense returns to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Defense was not fooled for a second, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the back. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot. In a sudden change situation, let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Great job by the pass rush up front. Third and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Got the first down. Looking for more. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. Give to the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Sooners are marching down the field. Pulls and fires it complete to the right.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They take the lead with the 6.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 4 over Stanford. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Ellis?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Orlando. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab near the marker. It's Daly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Offense gets set for second down. On the ground, it's Orlando. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Noles decide to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on second down. Fires to the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start. Back.
False start on offense.
So backing up with that penalty, and they can feel their own goalpost looming over their shoulder. Line getting set on second down. A designed run for the quarterback. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. ends of the field. That gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Stands in and takes the hit.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
That is not exactly how they drew it up, as the ball will be marked dead at the 40. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here come the Sooners ready on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Larson. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Trying to set up the screen. Breaks into the open. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Larson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you, running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line, and that is why explosive plays can change games. The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. They go to the draw, and he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Grabs it in the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th. Touchdown Sooners! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the 4th quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. He'll try to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oklahoma. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. For much more than this, starts to return inside his 35. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to...
It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Looking for room, it's Orlando. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Wants to throw on third down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wants to throw it. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it, keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's led to 3,000 yards now.
And that's a lot when you consider some of the injury issues they've had up front throughout his career. It doesn't matter. This guy still finds ways to make positive things happen. 3,000 yards, that's a lot for a running back.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Using his feet. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They push that lead out. A really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his 30, what a chance to flip the field. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Makes the grab down the left side. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff.